Good morning. Happy Sunday. I'm so glad you're here. Um, Let me see, what do I want to tell you today? It's actually a lovely day in New Jersey. 75 degrees at the moment. The sun is shining. It's great. Nice change. Let me see, what shall I tell you today? Can't think of anything. So when you place an order with me for 25 bucks, I'll send you the pieces to make the cards that I'm about to make for you. And if you follow my blog, you may have noticed that the Friday is missing. I was off sick. I'm still a bit wobbly, so if I say anything really stupid, I'm gonna blame it on that. So good morning, Denise. So let's see. Today I am going to use, I'll show it you when I point you down. But anyway, I just wanted to say hi, and I'll point you down now. I'll change my glasses so I can actually see what I'm doing. Morning, Susan. Oh yes, don't blind you. Let's change you around first, and then move you. So, is that good? Let's try a bit more. I think that's good. Okay, so, yeah, nothing's crossed off here because, not well. So I've got Susan, Margaret, Barbara, Kathy, and Kim. So I'm using my 6-sided die, and it's Barbara. So make a note of that. Put this out of the way, and this. And here you can see what we're going to use today. This is the host set, Better Places. And I thought, well, it'd be kind of fun to see what I can do with this. So let me show you what I have done with this. I decided that there are only 3 images, and I'm going to make 3 cards. So I thought I'd better use one of the images in each card. So this is my first one, in case you're desperately in need of a spare Father's Day card, because we also have Happy Father's Day. I only thought of using each one after I'd made the first one, and there are also 3 sentiments, but the first one didn't get a sentiment, but I've used pretty much all of it. Took this one and did some colouring of the stamp with Stamp and Write markers. I quite like how that came out. And here's the other one. This was the first one I made, and there wasn't really room to put I didn't think a sentiment would add anything to it. I thought it would detract, so that's the third one. So let me move that out of the way. Bring in the kit that is what you would get when you place an order with me, and I'll just move this out of the way. We're using 2 inks really, because we've got the watermark ink, but we've only got 1 actual ink pad, which is quite unusual, I think. So yes, I agree, Susan. Yeah, a sentiment just is too much sometimes. And here's the other weird thing. Whenever I used to go and buy cards before I had found Stampin' Up, I used to look for cards that didn't have a sentiment on the outside. But now I nearly always put them on. So how that works, I have no idea. So I'm taking this little branch with leaves on, and I'm going to just go up the side like so. Oh, that was good. feeling I would do something bad to that, but okay. And then I've got, what is this colour? I think it's soft, is it soft seafoam? I get it mixed up with the one that just retired. Let me find it. Yes, it is soft seafoam. Amazing. So let me find my Happy Father's Day, which isn't as straight as it looks, so I just need to try and remember which way around it goes. Is it up on the left, I think? No. Yeah, it does need to go a little up on the left, but not too much. Perfect. You can see there's definitely been some testing there, and I couldn't bother to get my Stamp-A-Majig out, which would probably have made it much easier, so I've got a spare one of those. Now all I'm going to do is pop it up with some dimensionals. Excuse me. I don't think I'm 100% healthy yet, but I didn't want to miss what is, I think, episode 69, and because we're getting pretty close to 3/4 of the way to 100, which is just amazing to me that I've been doing that this long. So I didn't want to miss it. I will, of course, presumably spend the rest of the afternoon on the couch with my feet up, but that's fine. I actually designed this card from the couch, because I tried yesterday and I found I couldn't sit for more than 5 minutes without feeling absolutely exhausted. So I went back to the couch, kept my feet up, and figured it out in my head. Yes. So, oh, actually, it's probably easier with the other end of the pick-me-up tool, or whatever it's called. Yeah, there you go. You can just slide it to make sure you bring your adhesive with it, and it's then stuck on here, which is a lot easier than using this tool or this end, because then you often end up with with the embellishments halfway across the your table. So this definitely works much better. So there we go. These are, of course, my favorite elegant faceted. Is it faceted elegant? No, it's elegant faceted. Elegant faceted gems. Absolutely gorgeous. And my favorite. Well, sometimes they're my favorite. It depends what I just used. So, yep, that looks pretty similar. And so we'll move on to this one. I'll just put some of these things back. Right, yes. So we're going to move on to this one. The tricky one with this is getting it straight. So I've got my card base, Whisper White still, and probably will be for quite a while because of the amount I have. But, you know, eventually I will graduate to the basic white when I run out. So, yes. Well, actually, that doesn't need to be on there yet. So here is the stamp. So there's sky, trees, clouds, and I'm assuming that's a meadow. It might not be, but today it is. I'll just move that out of my way for now. And we'll start with the sky and balmy blue. So I'm just going to take the big end. Yeah. And run it over your stamp. I'm sure you all know how to do this, but it just seemed like a really good idea for this particular stamp. Mostly, I think, because I was looking at it thinking, well, what colour am I going to stamp it in? And then I could use, you know, my markers and so forth. And I thought, I don't know. So then that's how the idea was born, to do it this way, because I was like, well, if I do it in a Sahara sand or something, and then just colour it in, but no, wasn't happy with any of those ideas, so this is what we've ended up with, and I'm rather happy it did. I don't often remember the this use of the markers, but it is really great. Oh, I forgot to tell you, this is Evening Evergreen. I'm just gonna colour this in. Like so. And then I've got the soft succulent to do the meadow. I think I just slightly contaminated it with Evening Evergreen, but we'll see how it goes, right? Oh, that's why it isn't straight, because that's not straight. Okay, I'm going to breathe on it. And try to get this straight. Well, that's about as unstraight as you can have it, isn't it? Why is it so hard to make this straight? Well, maybe we should try the other side, because that is a bit wonky. Okay, bear with me while I go through it again. So in case you haven't been paying attention, you've got another go. Just quickly do this. Put the colour back on. Do the soft succulent. And finally, the Evening Evergreen. It's a beautiful colour. I love it. It's so rich. I find it's easier if you just keep moving the stamp around. Right, let's have another go, shall we? Well, that's a bit better. Not brilliant. I think this might be one that could use the Stamparatus, but it's all done now. So let's just matte this in more of the Evening Evergreen. And then I'm going to put that, I think that will go about there. And we can get our sentiment, create the wonder of this, celebrate the wonder of this day. I don't need this anymore, so let's move it out of the way before we have a disaster on our hands. And so now all I have to do is put this onto the card. I don't think I even popped it up. No, didn't. This is a bit messy. There we go. Yep, that looks good. So there we have it. Quite like that one. Actually, I quite like all of them. And here is our final one, which is some nice silver heat embossing. So let's get, of course, the problem with doing it this way is having to be careful about your fingers, because the original it was bigger, and so I cut it out afterwards, but it'll be fine. So that, then here's the stamp. So I'm going to stamp that up in, or ink that up rather, in Versamark. Push it back over. And place that there. Just hold it down for a couple of seconds because I really want it to transfer. Yes. Ooh, I forgot to open my little box full of the silver embossing powder. Just drop that on there. Okay. Move this out of the way. And if you've got your volume turned up, you might want to turn it down a bit. There we are. Let it cool down a little bit. Then I have I think it's supposed to be for stainless steel cleaning, but it's really good for getting the this off. So I've adopted it. And now we just put this onto its, sorry, I know that's flashing in your eyes. Well, I assume it is because it just dazzled me. So put that on its silver foil. And then onto a card base of Blackberry Bliss. So I think this is a really fun host set. And I'm sure there's other things I can do with it, but these are 3 very easy ones to do. There we are. So here's what we made today. I think it was that one and this one. So I hope you enjoyed joining me to make these. Quite quick today, actually. So yes, as a reminder, the July to December catalogue is coming out soon, so that's going to be fun. Then we'll be able to start doing Christmas in July and all that kind of fun stuff. Also, don't forget that when you place an order with me of $25, I'll send you what you need to make these. All the little pieces cut out for you, ready. And I think that's about it. I have my mail and make just about to go out. And so then I'll be working on the next one if anyone's interested in my mail and make class, which I'm quite enjoying doing. And it's all exclusive, so I never reuse the designs that I use for my special mail and make class each month. So anyway, I hope you have a great rest of the day. I think I'm going back to my couch with my feet up and a book. And luckily my brother's coming home and he wants to grill, so that means I don't have to do too much and I can just stay on my couch. So it'll be great. So I hope you all have a great day and hope to see you next week.